Alright, hello citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel once again, and this is going to be another tier list. It is Royal Rumble season, and my favorite time of the year, as you can tell by the 1 or 80 videos I've made concerning the Royal Rumble, just this month alone. What can I say? I love the Royal Rumble, but the Royal Rumble has had quite a few logos. The Royal Rumble's been around for a bit. So let's go through the various logos. And it's crazy to think that the Royal Rumble was almost a flop. Like they did the version, and I kind of touched on this when I reviewed the 1988 Royal Rumble match from last year around this time. So if you haven't already, go check out that review. But it's crazy that they did the untelevised version that was won by the one man gang. But that one was a flop. The people weren't really into that one, so they went back to the drawing board and decided to try it again. And thank God they did, because now the Royal Rumble has gone on to be an annual favorite of many people, myself included. Has it always been the best? No, but it still holds place in my heart. But nevertheless, we got our logos, and then we also have our tiers. We got logos slash like posters. The reason some are logos and some are posters is because some logos do look kind of the same. So, I figured I'd put in the poster to maybe make them a little bit more distinct. And, some of these will be kind of a bit weird in terms of the grading, but hopefully you guys stay with me. But nevertheless, we have our tiers here. So we have our royal tier, which means it's really good, a really solid, really awesome logo. Very befitting of the road to WrestleMania. Then we have A tier, meaning maybe not the top tier, but still really good, really solid. Then we have B tier, which is kind of the middle ground, not great, not horrible, but good or okay. Then we have C tier, which is almost at the bottom. And one or two things came in from the bottom. It's very meh, it's very eh. And then eliminate, meaning terrible whole logo. Throw it over the top rope. Make sure both feet hit the floor. Or just get somebody else who's not in the match to eliminate it. Because that has happened plenty of times in the Rumble. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting with the 1988 Royal Rumble logo. And this one's not really a bad logo. Like, hey, I do like the crown, how the WWE logo is in the crown there, and obviously this is the more modernized block equivalent of like the old school W logo, because they can't use the F. They got the F out of course, but nevertheless, as I do like that, and I like the and it's kind of just has this sort of color scheme. There are variations of it, but kind of the general idea for this color scheme is not bad. Having like the gold background and having like this puff effect as well to maybe kind of show perhaps like the top of like a king's robe over something like that. This one's not bad. So you know what, sometimes these early logos, those can be hit or miss, but I think this one is okay. So I think I'll put this one in B. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it fits. But then next up is the 1989 logo, and admittedly, this is kind of one they'd be using for years on end afterwards. But this is the first debut of it, and it looks okay, but it also looks kind of weird. If you remember from the WrestleMania logos, they kind of tried to do this effect where they kind of layered part of it. They had like a ripple going through, and then they have the two shades of like the gold slash like yellow, to maybe give it like a pop or like a 3D effect. I think the WrestleMania having that tinge of blue, I think, helped it out a little bit. But here it does look a little bit strange, at least on its own. So this one, I think. This one I might actually have to put in C. Something about not really digging. It's not awful, but it does look kind of weird with that effect. But thankfully, even though they would want to use it, they would vary it a little bit, but also to have different backgrounds to help it out, such as the 1990 Royal Rumble, and kind of solid blue background. Not a whole lot going on, but I think it does work, and it looks okay for the most part. So, Plus, if you notice, they did kind of, uh, it kind of changed up a little bit where this one's a bit not quite as much of the white. The white's kind of more minimal this time around, and this part is grayed or dulled down, I don't know, a little bit more. But otherwise, I think it's still at least a B. So I'll put it there. Then next up is the 1991 Rumble, with this cool looking brick background. So I think that looks okay. Hey, for the most part, or nothing too crazy or fancy, but it doesn't necessarily need to. So this one, I think I will also put in. The brakes are a nice touch, but otherwise I think I will also put this one in B. But then next up is going to be the 1992 Rumble. Every man for himself, and indeed it is. I do like kind of the city skyline to go along with it. It makes it a bit, gives it a bit more distinction. That is, but otherwise it's still your average logo that you've seen. The white is back a little bit, but otherwise, I think it still looks okay. So, with that being said, the 1992 Rumble, I think I will also put in. The skyline is a nice touch, but I think I'll still put it in B. Yeah. But then next up is going to be the 1993 Rumble. It's got the purple background, and it's got Bret Hart and Razor Ramon right there. Other than that, though, nothing too crazy. And a bit smaller than before. It's not quite as prevalent. This time it's taking a bit more of a back seat. At least on its own logo, so that Bret Hart and Razor could be a bit more forward. Right, so this one, I think I'll also put in B there. And a lot of them do look kind of same, or kind of similar. But then next up is the 1994 Rumble. This one's pretty cool. A bit strange, but it is pretty cool. Like, it's got the Rumble logo as per normal. Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze there, but still got the Rumble logo as per usual, but this time around having like the superstars come out of the TV is pretty cool and a nice touch. It does look kind of cheesy, but something about it I like. I don't know what it is. Something about it I like. So this one, I think I might actually put an A on that merit. It is pretty cool and pretty creative. But then next up is the 1995 Rumble. Well, changing it up a little bit. Giving it a bit more of like I believe it's supposed to be like a beach-ish vibe that they're going for here, or I could be totally wrong, but giving that into the logo, and in place of like the traditional color for the lettering, I think it does look pretty nice, but I think I will still at least put it in B. Yeah, so I will put it in B. But then next up is the 1996 Rumble logo. Finally, a new logo. A new logo has entered the chat. This is kind of unrelated, but it kind of reminds me of the Pokemon logo a little bit. If we look at the Pokemon logo, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from that. And maybe it's just like how it's, with the blue surrounding it and stuff. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. Maybe that was her intention, I don't know, but the blue and the yellow, and the red is pretty nice. Not my favorite shade of yellow, but I think it works and it does look pretty cool, and I do like how the letters kind of jumbled up, because it's a rumble. When you rumble, things shake and things move all over the place. So on that merit, I think You know what? Something, I don't know. Maybe it is that Pokemon logo. Something about it. I think I'm gonna put an A. Something about it I do dig. I do kind of like. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what it is. But then next up is the 1997 Rumble logo. No more Mr. Nice Guy, and having Shawn Michaels there looking very mean, and I think helps put it over. But otherwise, not too much would change. But so because the other one was an A, I think this one I'll put in A as well. Oh, and it does kind of have that like a new generation flair to it, where it doesn't quite look as like blocky and stuff up as like the golden era Rumble logos. New logo for a new generation, and that's something I've noticed as well when doing these logo tier lists. Is you see how things change when they get into different generations or different years. There's case in point, the 1998 Rumble logo. Oh, this is a logo that shouldn't work, but it does. Like, hey, for all intents and purposes, it does look kind of basic, like, obviously looking like on a piece of paper and stuff, but the fact that it's nailed to the back of Stone Cold Steve Austin's head, and then the different nails going through the head, and how it looks all edgy and metal, oh, ooh, I dig it. I dig it for sure. Or this one, and I gotta, this one is definitely a royal tier. Her logo. Man, the Attitude Era coming through with some awesome logos. Same with this one, 1999 Rumble. No chance in hell. Kind of also that similar vein to this logo. Also giving it that edgy feel. Not quite the nails time around, but having Austin look like very rough and mean, and then having the black and white with the red eyes. Ooh, it looks really good. This one's also a royal tier. Say what you want about the Rumble match itself that year. The Rumble match itself that year is a whole ball of wax. We're just here to look at the logos, and of course, these are all my opinions. So if you disagree with any of these, that's totally fine. But also, the quality of the event / Rumble isn't going to be indicative of where we rank the logo. We're going strictly off visual appearance for the logo. But then next up is the 2000 Royal Rumble logo. Admittedly, it looks kind of cool, but also kind of weird at the same time. Like, having the superstars in the background is nice. Having the red background is nice. Having Triple H and Cactus Jack at the forefront is also nice. But this weird effect going on, with it's like it being shot up. I can tell they may be trying to go for that similar Rumble effect that we saw with like this logo, but I don't think it quite works as well as they would have probably hoped. Honestly, the rest of the background does kind of save it a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta put it in C. Yeah, I fortunately gotta put it in C, sadly, at least for me. But next up is the 2001 Royal Rumble logo. Arguably one of the best Rumbles of all time in a lot of people's eyes. But as for the logo, I do like it. Like, it has kind of that metal, kind of edgy feel, especially with the spikes coming out. And then this part, almost like nothing too crazy going on, but it does have that. It does give it that edgy feel. So, and as we said plenty of times on the channel, say with me, everybody, sometimes less is more. This one, and something about it, I feel compelled to put it in A. Something about it I do really dig, and really has that like a kind of edgy, kind of cool feel. But then next up is the 2002 Royal Rumble logo. This one. This one, I'm not the. This one. Admittedly, this one I'm a little torn about. Like on one hand, having like like the person in the background on glowing, almost, I guess perhaps supposed to be hot metal. Maybe I'm reading way too far into that. I think is pretty cool and a nice touch, and then the Rumble logo there. But otherwise, nothing too crazy as well going on. But it's not horrible. It's just I'm not really super duper feeling it. But I don't think I can give it any more than a B. But then next up is the 2003 Royal Rumble logo. Pretty much the same as like this one, except in different colors. There's this one, I think I got like just a smidge more, but obviously I didn't put the poster here, or so sadly it doesn't get extra points in that regard. But I think I'll at least give it a B as well. So the 2003 logo is gonna go in B as well. But then next up is the 2004 Royal Rumble logo. So pretty much same as this one, except giving more of that like 3D effect and kind of turning, and then having this stuff in the background as well. I think it's kind of cool, but otherwise nothing too crazy going on. So, this one I will also put in B tier. Yeah, so I'll put the 2004 logo in B tier. But then next up is the 2005 logo. This is just a logo, but it's funny that the poster is when everybody dumped out Muhammad Hassan, which I talked about when I reviewed the 2005 Royal Rumble match. So if you haven't already, go check out that review. But as for the Rumble logo, nothing too crazy, nothing too flashy, but I think it works. Like, it gets the job done. I do like the red backing, the Royal Rumble, and then the white lettering and stuff. So I think it works in that regard. Otherwise, nothing too crazy, but it doesn't really need it. It gets the job done. So it's gonna go in B for that merit. But then next up is the 2006 Royal Rumble with the with kind of the Roman Coliseum gladiator theme going on, and pretty unrelated. I reviewed the 2006 Royal Rumble match last year. If you haven't already, go check out that review. But also, like, the swinging doors that they opened was also a really cool touch. But as for the logo itself, I do think it looks really cool. I do like the gold and then the red in the back, and then these I think they're supposed to be olive branches. I forget the exact name of it, but it's the plant that usually people associate with I think you know what I'm trying to get at. But actually, I think this one I'll put in A. Something about it is really cool. It really fits the theme, and it's really, really cool. At least for me. But then next up is the 2007 Royal Rumble. The poster was pretty insane as well, with everybody brawling on the poster. But as for the logo itself, I think it looks almost looks a little too basic, but the scratches and stuff going through, giving it that slightly edgy feel to it, that slightly edgy flavor. As I accidentally hit my mic. That slightly edgy flavor, I think, does work in its favor. With that, I think it will go in B, at least for me. But then next up is the 2008 Royal Rumble. Kind of related, but man, that poster, because the poster isn't here, but that poster with everybody brawling on the train and stuff, and the commercial with everybody brawling on the train, that is good stuff. Definitely takes me back to my childhood, man. Like everybody getting on the train and headed through, because it was in Madison Square Garden, so going through New York, so being on the train, and then everybody starts fighting and brawling and stuff. It was awesome. We need that. Like, if the Royal Rumble ever comes back to Madison Square Garden, which I don't know if it will, but if it ever comes back to Madison Square Garden, we need that commercial again. But nevertheless, as for the logo itself, it is still pretty cool. Like, pretty much like the same as like last year, except with the added train bonus, which does also work. So the 2008 Rumble, I think I will also put in a B. If you haven't already, go check out the Royal Rumble 2008 commercial though. That thing is all kinds of cool and fun. Yeah. Honestly, I might go back and watch it after I'm done filming this video and stuff. But then next up is the 2009 Royal Rumble. And having this on a car, so pretty much similar to the other years, except this time being on the car and the car driving through the street and stuff, and you see the city skyline in the back, and then kind of the laser effect shooting out. I think is pretty cool. So this one I will also put in B. Yeah. So then next up is the 2010 Royal Rumble. On one hand, because I grew up playing SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, and especially like the Road to WrestleMania mode, I played the Royal Rumble mode quite a bit, as you do in the SmackDown vs. Raw games. So I saw this logo quite a bit. So I'm very familiar with this logo, but this one I'm kind of torn about as well. Like the blue and the white does look nice, but like this kind of 3D effect that they have going on with like the white and the black, something about it looks kind of weird, admittedly. Don't quite know if I'm super duper feeling it, but otherwise I don't think it's horrible. It's just not the best. So I think B is probably the most I can give it, and I don't know if it's a full-on C, but I don't know. I'm just not really feeling it. But then next up is the 2011 Rumble. So pretty much the same as like this one, except in red, and it's got this extra like the steel working and stuff in the background to help it out as well. And this is the first and last 40-man Royal Rumble. Well, good times, good times with especially with the winner, that being Alberto Del Rio. But of course, we're just here to judge the logo. So, and the logo itself, I think, looks fine. It does look pretty cool, like the steel workings and stuff, or like the steel effect going on in the background. But otherwise, I think the most I can give it is a B. But then next up is the 2012 Royal Rumble. Well, I didn't put the poster, but I probably should have, because the poster is really cool with like Santino Marella looking in like the crystal ball, which is kind of where we get this lettering effect, and having the lettering effect look all mystical and stuff and cool with like the yellow and the purple. Well, it looks really cool. It's definitely a big difference compared to the other one, even though kind of how the lettering is structured is still kind of the same, but something about it I think is really cool and nice. Do I want to give it an A? You know what? I think so. I think I might actually give it an A. Yeah, I think I might give it an A. But next up is the 2013 Rumble. Well, the 2013 Rumble logo, that is, and kind of similar to like these ones with another 3D effect. I think I prefer this one more than this one, but otherwise I think the most I can give it is like B once again. So the 2013 Rumble is going to go in B. But then next up is the 2014 Rumble, where the wrong guy won. But I like the gears in the back, as well. Kind of similar structure to what they done with the Rumble logo. That's kind of just how the logo was structured, but it is pretty cool. The gears in the back is a nice touch as well. So this one, wrong winner, alright logo. So I'll give it a B. at least for me. But then next up is the 2015 Rumble, and kind of similar to the other ones. It's this one behind, I believe there's a train station effect they're going for here, or if I'm not mistaken. But the wrong guy won again, and this time he was even worse because the person who a lot of people wanted to win and didn't even make it to the world title, well, this year at WrestleMania, they said, no, this year you're getting your Roman Reigns and you're gonna like it. But nevertheless, as logo itself, I think is also fine, so I will put it in B as well. The Rumble was what it was, but the logo itself, I think I'll put in B. But then next up is the 2016 Royal Rumble. Feel how you want about the Rumble match. If I remember correctly, the Rumble match wasn't that bad. Had a lot better than the previous year, but this logo was always awesome with like, and you can kind of see it how the structure here, but with like the statues and stuff, the various statues, who's a lot of the superstars and stuff, especially the one with Roman where he's like trying to stand tall above the other, above a bunch of other people. Oh, I really dig this logo. Oh, this one's honestly gonna go in royal tier. Like, I really love it with like the statues and stuff, kind of the statue effect. You don't see it as much here, but like the statues, like the marble effect as well, I think is really cool. But then next up is the 2017 Royal Rumble. Remember the Rumble, because WWE Creative sure as hell didn't. But and of course, first yesterday, and by yesterday I mean earlier on today, because this is being recorded on Tuesday night. But yesterday I did review John Cena versus AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championships. If you haven't already, go check out that review. But as for the logo itself, a little on the basic end. But otherwise, I think it does get the job done, but it is a little basic. But also something worth pointing out, similar to what we do with the 2018 Rumble. I know I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit, but it does have a lot of like the name stuff of all the participants, which is nice. So, that one, and because the 2018 one's pretty much the same same idea, but with different lettering. So both these, I think I am going to put in B. But the 2019 one just says Royal Rumble a bunch of times. Way to ruin it. C tier for you, who like having a lot of lettering and stuff for all like the entrance and stuff. I think was honestly no, because it took a massive step backward. Or maybe this is being too harsh, but you, sir, are getting eliminated. Like, hey, you have this cool idea with like all the names, all the people who are in the Rumble. You know, Luke Gallows, Chad Gable, Dolph Ziggler, or Jason Jordan, Kevin Owens. And I don't think Jason Jordan was in the match. I think by that time Jason Jordan unfortunately suffered his neck injury. But all the people who could be in the match: Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, etc. But then 2019 just says Royal Rumble a bunch. Way to kill it dead. And you killed the fun factor. Why'd you do that? But nevertheless, next up is the 2020 Rumble. I do like the red and the blue. Why is there more blue than red? But I guess it does balance out because the bar thing is red here. But the red and blue, and then the smoke effect. But otherwise, nothing too crazy or too spectacular. But say what you want about the year, but the logo itself I think is okay, so I'll put it in B. But then next up, the 2021 Rumble with the comic book effects. Maybe it's because I'm a big fan of comic books, but I popped when I saw this thing. And something about it, the Rumble was kind of weird because this was during the Thunderdome era, but otherwise, I do really like the comic effects. Don't know if I quite want to put it in Royal tier, but I think it is going to go in A tier for me. And you can see like the comic effects, like the comic panels and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. But then next up is the 2022 Royal Rumble. Look at all those chickens. I mean people, but it does look kind of weird. You get the idea that all these people like come in and be eliminated and stuff, and it's all kinds of crazy chaos stuff like that. But otherwise, it does look kind of weird. It almost looks like almost looks like a Disney logo, but with Royal Rumble there. And the clock effect in the back is nice. So this one I think I'll also put in B. It looks cool, but it looks a little weird. But then next up is the 2023 Rumble. I do really like this effect with like the blue and like the lightning and the thunder and stuff. Or not really thunder, but just the lightning and the clouds, and then and here as well. Oh, and the poster was pretty cool as well. So this one I think I'll also put in B. And then last but certainly not least, the 2024 logo. What the hell are you staring at? But yeah, it does look kind of weird, but it also looks kind of cool as well. Even though it looks like they are all staring at you, but otherwise the 2024 logo, it does its job and it looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna put in B there. Or having all these people is a nice touch, but why are they all staring at you, and why are some of them upside down? Please stop staring at me, you guys. You're freaking me out here. But nevertheless, that is going to do it for this tier list. So for a quick recap, in Royalty we had the logos from 1998 and 1999, as well as the 2016 logo. In A tier we had the logos from 1994, 96, 2001, 2006, 2012, and 2021. In B tier we had 88, 90, 91, 92, 93, 95, 97, 02, 03, 04, 05, 07, 08, 09, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 20, 22, 23, and 24. And then C tier we had the logos from 1989 and 2000, and in eliminated tier we had the 2019 logo. But that is going to do it for this tier list. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video so you can see as soon as it drops. Let me know in the comments below your favorite Royal Rumble logo. Who do you think is going to win the Rumble this year, and are you excited for the Royal Rumble this year? But thank you all so much for watching. Remember to remember the Rumble. And I will see you guys later. Peace.